My name is Catherine Woy. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Parent Magazine. I know I don't come on here much, but I love these because I get to really meet the people behind the work that goes into why we exist. And also, I really love the inspiration behind books that empower our children. So I'm often enamored by the work they do and excited to meet these authors and creators. So we'll be looking for them to request to join our live shortly, and we'll get started. If you have any questions, use the question box on the bottom to ask questions about the live. If you have any questions while we're on here, and the ladies will answer them for you throughout the live. Okay? Here we go. Good evening, ladies.
Hey, how are
How
you?
are you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Awesome. How's your day going?
Good, good.
Good.
Mhm.
So, we're excited to have you all here this evening, and we look forward to learning about the work you do and what inspires you to write what you write,
Mhm.
and how we as a community can support you. Because, again, that's what we do here. Not only being a Black business, but we try to center Black children and things that empower them.
Mhm.
Before we get started, I wanted to ask you a question. What are you looking forward to in 2021?
Ooh. Oh my. A vacation.
That's
I'm
a
a,
loaded question, right?
yes, it is. We're looking forward to this year ending immediately abruptly, like yesterday. But I want to go on vacation. I have one planned this year, and lo and behold, the pandemic started, and I had to get a refund for my hotel and my plane ticket and everything. So I'm hopefully going to go to the same place next year.
Awesome. Well, I hope you get to next year.
Right.
With all the work they're doing to make sure that you know we're healthy and we get the needed medical care we all need to safely exist. Hopefully,
Mhm.
we all can travel and go about our lives. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say as normal as it used to be, but semi.
That's
How
not going
about
to happen. Let's be real.
exactly? How about you?
I'm probably looking forward to challenging myself next year and stepping out of my comfort zone. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's awesome. That's always a good goal to have. Either way, travel can encompass the same thing, but that's always a good goal to have in challenging ourselves. So, thank you. I'm looking forward to just about the same thing, especially traveling because I love to travel. So, I'm looking forward to traveling anywhere. you
Thank
know,
you. Get us on those planes.
anywhere. Oh man. So yeah. Well, thank you guys for sharing that with us. Again, welcome to Black Parent Magazine Shop Live, and we have. My name is Catherine Woy. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Parent Magazine, and this evening we have Altamira Books. The young ladies and the inspiration behind this brand, and they're going to tell us a little bit about themselves and what inspired them to create their books.
um, I just want to say my twin sister, is she able to join? Because she's somewhere else, different
No,
state.
only one person can join at a time. Only one other person. So the only other way is unless we end the live and then she comes on. Yeah, but only yeah.
Then that's fine then. Okay, thank you.
But
All right.
Alicia can comment in the comments and kind
Okay.
of be a part of the conversation that way.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, Alicia.
Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
Alicia. All right.
So tell
Oh,
us a bit about your brand. Yeah.
okay. Our brand is, we started with only books. It started back in 2013. We had just graduated with masters in teaching and my twin sister Alicia in writing. And we wanted to be able to apply those degrees to the real world and then kind of incorporate our childhood growing up. We were both writers growing up. We in elementary school wrote books all the time and wrote in our diaries. So we decided, hey, why not write, take the work that we used to do when we were children, and kind of put our degrees to use outside of just having to wait for people to say, yes to us, because we did try the traditional route when we started writing, and we got several no's, and we said we don't need to wait. We know our products, we know that we're good writers, and we know that we can get this out there to the intended audience. So we wrote about things that we just didn't see as frequently in the bookstores, and we wanted to be positive, we wanted to be inclusive, we wanted to be diverse. So growing up in New York City, we grew up in Staten Island and Brooklyn. It was diverse and it was inclusive, and we just wanted to reflect that in our writing. So we started off with the Anti-Socialite Diaries, which was a reflection of my twin sister and Alicia's experiences in school. And we were not popular girls. We got bullied a lot for being not, I guess, not affluent or wealthy like other people, and just being nerdy, I guess you want to call it. Just always wanting to stay up, keep our head in the books, and we were writing, and not a lot of kids our age were doing that. So we just kind of wanted to have students and people that are going through that, have went through that, be able to relate to those experiences and see different stories.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, so I see that you all three of you go to Spelman?
No, I went to Loyola University in Baltimore.
Okay, and you guys went to Spelman.
Alicia and I.
Yeah, okay. So I saw that all the HBCU background. I also. I went to an HBCU myself, so I understand how that can be an inspiration. Was that part of your inspiration in writing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Going to Spelman, that was like one of the first times Alicia and I felt included and felt affirmed and felt lifted and empowered to do great things, because the motto for Spelman College is like my choice to change the world. Something that just makes you feel like, wow, I can do this. Little brown girl or young brown girl in this world that sometimes tells us the opposite, that we can't do great things. We did learn that we can achieve it, put our minds to. So, and it gave us the courage to put our stories out there. As they're not so happy-go-lucky, some of them, but they are people are experiencing these things. Role models, able to have a voice and to be able to communicate with people through stories and be able to put it out there.
Yes, awesome. That is such a true statement when you said about role models. I think I truly believe that we children, adults, all of us, we can't become what we don't see. And oftentimes people forget that what they write doesn't reflect a diverse group of individuals, especially our children. So creating these books, I applaud you all for creating these books, because what you do, you're creating spaces for them and their voices to be heard. And it's okay to say, oh, I don't like the word nerdy, but I like to be in books, and I can be brown, and I can still be different. And hey, I'm lit. Take me as I am, but what you won't do is make me feel less than. So creating books like that, I think you are empowering, whether you know it or not. But every child that gets to open a book that you've written feels empowered. So I thank you for that. How was publishing your first book changed you? How did it change you as a person? Anyone can answer that.
Well, she was a part of the process.
Okay.
It strengthens a lot, because you have to learn every detail about publishing, self-publishing, and independently publishing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to learn how to format the books. You have to edit the content. You have to create the cover. You have to do the blurb. You have to do every single part of the book on your own, because you choose not to go through the traditional route. And so, when we started in 13 and 14, we had our first version of the first version of our books that we published were lower quality, I should say. So, because it was that hard for us to figure the process out. And then when we started going out there in the communities and showing the book, we got feedback. They said, oh, you might want to change the printer, you might want to change the picture quality, and we used that feedback to rewrite and do another draft of our book, and have our illustrator, Rachel. She's a part of Altamira brand. She's the RA at the end, and she's our illustrator. She had to redraw a lot of our pictures as we learned the process. So it was hard, because the different places we were. Rachel was graduating high school. We were just graduating from grad school, and we're doing our own things in our professional life. I'm an educator. Alicia was also educating, so it's like it was doing that and working full time. It's extremely challenging. It's excruciating work. It's painful. A lot of the times you want to give up, but you have to remember what the goal and the vision of your company is. Every time, remind yourself what do you want to see when this is all said and done. What are you trying to put out there in the world? What do you want other people that are looking at you to be inspired by, to be able to say in their own mind, like, you know, they're doing it, and it's not beautiful. It's not this fairy tale. Really, really hard work. I mean, we wrote in one summer, I think we wrote like 4 books, and we just had them in notebooks, and we didn't know what to do with them. We had to do a lot of research and go through a lot of objections to say we're gonna just put these stories out there on our own. So yeah, and it just say it's really hard work. It strengthens you because we're on the other side of it, and we're ready to publish more. Like, we're ready to go.
Well, that's good. You know, it said what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Mhm.
So, you know, that's a true statement in that. And as an entrepreneur, also, you know, like you said, knowing your why I do this, why you're creating these books, I think definitely keeps you going every day. And looking around you, even in 2020, 2021, we're still looking at how can you create more books that that inspire the next generation. So, which leads me to my next question: what does literary success look like for you all?
Our target audience and others, anyone that likes to read books, enjoying it, recommending it to people, saying, "Well, I really like that," or "I can relate to the story," or "Wow, that's so great, your authors." Getting positive feedback from the community and the people that we're intending to serve. Even just having more people from seeing those people enjoying our work. Yeah, I mean, that's the issue. You're saying international success. That's great. Like, numbers and money and sales is great. All that is great and everything. But like, we're trying to hit, because we were in Baltimore City during this time when we were publishing, and think about some of the demographics and what's going on in certain parts of Baltimore City. You really want to say, like, here are these people here that can. Here are these people who are writing and they're publishing and doing it on their own, and they write here in our community, and they're going in our schools. And you know, we did, when we first started, we were going to schools and sharing with third graders why we started writing and how we process, and they were like very impressed and very see it. And so really just to see young children seeing diverse and inclusive literature from actual people, and not just like in Barnes and Noble, like people that can come around them, and just having that tangible aspect of it really helped us. We've been successful just by having an audience of people, the children loving the books. We've gotten a lot of feedback from the people that we've sold the books to, and then we give it too. So it's not about like you're an entrepreneur for money. I said we give books away. We do a lot of giveaways, and we give them for free a lot. If I just want to say this, if you're an entrepreneur and you're doing it for money, you may have to put your goals a little bit. Now, yeah, now, like, yeah. You have to invest so much of your time and money at the beginning of it, and you know it will eventually turn into something. But really, you're supposed to be doing it from your hearts because it's your passion, and you really want to inspire other people. So success is just being an inspiration to young children and adults alike about what we're doing. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Speaking of young children, which also leads me to my next question, what would you tell the younger version of yourselves about writing and the experience and the choice?
Just keep writing it, and it came to us naturally. So it's like, just keep write all the time. Why stop? We started in elementary school, and then we stopped in middle school, and we were in like diaries in high school, and then we stopped again. And it's like, no, just keep going. No matter how wacky you think the idea might be, or maybe you say, I don't know if it's gonna like it. You never know. Just write every idea. Start your story, even if you don't finish, come back to it later. Just pick up your pencil, pick up a paper, a napkin, whatever, write. And somebody eventually, if you want to show it to somebody, somebody will encourage you to keep going, because chances are you are going to inspire with what you're writing. Somebody's going to be able to connect to you.
Awesome. Are there any suggested writing styles you encourage young writers, or even seasoned wannabe writers to use, whether it's Pomodoro method, is any suggested styles of how they could get their thoughts out of their head?
Well, whatever you, let's say, what do you gravitate towards reading? Because oftentimes as a reader, that's gonna kind of connect to how you would want to write. So I think when we were growing up, we had a lot of those little those little diary books. So that's why we would write them, and we would use our own voice. That was the strongest part of our narrative. Also, we connected to what we would watch. Like we would watch all these cartoons. We watched Arnold, and these little kids were playing baseball, and we like the Yankees. So whatever's going on in your real life, I would say just make it authentic to your experiences, and that will be able to. That's how the audience will be able to connect with you, right? I mean, I know some people like graphic novels. If you're into that, you have to study that, read those graphic novels, and then apply some of those strategies that you're seeing them employ writing to your own writing. You do need inspiration sometimes to start. Take whatever you're feeling and experiencing, you're seeing and watching to help you, to inspire you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
In writing your books, I see you have a wide variety of books. What message do you want each book to stand out as? Like, what is the goal in that?
Okay, so there's 3 series. There's the Antisocial Ex Diary. That's about that's a coming of age diary about like going through the awkward years of growing up. It starts off with the awkward beginnings, and the girls are in 5th grade, and they're out and they get made fun of. So for that one, we just want people to learn how to love themselves, go down on yourself about the fact that you're not included, and because really, if you're not fitting in, technically you're standing out. So and you just don't see that when you're growing up. You just feel like, man, what's wrong with me? Can I do this? And you want to try to do whatever it takes to fit in the crowd. And honestly, that's not what it's about. To accept you for who you are. So I think as you're reading that diary series, you just should start to realize that these girls, every book, they're figuring out, man, we don't have to do this part of it to fit in. We have to be ourselves. So, like loving yourself and being yourself is the goal at the end of this series. By the end of I think they graduate from high school book, so it's like really they learn like we didn't have to do any of those things that we were doing to be to be accepted. Honestly, when people care about you, when they really matter, they accept you for who you are.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And I love how you said just be who you are, and even if you're not fitting in, you are still standing out. And I think it's whether it's I think that middle school age is such an important time for children to understand what that means, because that's when they kind of go astray and just want to fit in somewhere. So I think that message is so important. If you're going to be antisocial, it's fine, because guess what? The people who love you will love you, and that includes your friends, adults, all and people in your community. So having that message early is important. So thank you for creating that. So share with us some of your favorite titles, that you brought on the live tonight for our audience to see. We would like to support you. Oh, I love that one. What is that title? You can tell us a little bit about
Bianca's Perfect Game. So this book series is about 3 baseball players. They're girls, and they want to play for the Little League series, and it's just inspired from us loving baseball growing up. We were New York Yankee fans. We still are, and we kind of used the shows we were watching growing up to write this. And then just it has a lot of themes about like how girls they're underrepresented in sports. Number 1, and number 2, they're not. Well, Miriam could speak to this because she's an athlete, but there's a lot of discrimination and issues with women in sports. So this book's series is just inspiring young girls that you can be good at sports, you can join any sport you want, and you can be good at it, and you can brag too. These girls are like braggarts, like we're good, we're the best, and we're gonna win. And so it's kind of just like this. These girls are tough, and I really like when they have strong female leads in stories and movies and shows, because really a lot of girls struggle with their voice because people are always trying to silence them. So this book series is just about 3 extremely confident girls that are going to win no matter what. And so this was my favorite because Bianca, she's a pitcher. She's African American. The other girl, it's a Caucasian girl and a Hispanic girl. And so just that's important to see, like, diversity in your literature.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can say, "Oh, I like this girl because she looks like me," or maybe I like she looks a little different. So
Mm-hmm.
this one is definitely my favorite because she's a pitcher and someone that I can see myself in. I want other girls to be able to do the same thing. Okay, I'm talking the whole time here. If you want to say it, you want to add anything, you're good. Okay. Okay.
Well, I do have one question that kind of comes off of that. And
Mhm.
we talked about diversity a lot in this conversation. How do you define the term representation matters? What does that look like for you as a brand, as an authors? What does that look like for you?
Mhm. Representation for me is not just like racial diversity, it's also social diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Within a racial group, are you showing different types of people? Because I think what we see a lot of times, we're saying the same kind of people within a racial group being represented as well. So it's just like diversity. Within a race, what, are we showing people that are disabled? Are we showing people that are body type? Showing people that wear glasses? Are we showing people that have different heights? I mean, we're trying to make sure that there's just a plethora of different physical features and personality traits being shown
Mm-hmm.
in literature and TV and movies and just all types of media. So I just think we're trying to see different kinds of Black people, different kinds of white people, different kinds of Spanish people, different kind of people all around the world. And it's always exciting to see, like, oh, I've never, when you see something different, like, oh, that's interesting. I would love to hear more about this story. So just going out there reading and different people, that's how we're able to see different types of representation. These book fairs that we go to, talking to you, like learning about this magazine, important. This Black Parent magazine has been great because you don't see these type of things that often. So yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. Yeah, for us, creating Black Parent Magazine is about centering Black children, but us creating a space that we can have conversations around the things that matter to us, because as a community, we are diverse, you know, and we're not all single parents. We're all not two-parent home. We're all not straight parents. You know, there are variation of parenting. There are variation of people of different colors that parent Black children, whether they're adopted or mixed race. So in this space, we choose to celebrate that in all its diversity and inclusion. So I thank you for sharing that information. How can our community support your work? I know we will have your books on our website. So those who are here tonight, you'll be able to go directly to our site to purchase their books. And, but how can we support you as a community in the work that you do?
Well, you can start by following us on Instagram and liking our page on Facebook, Altamira Brand. We're on some of them were on
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, we're on YouTube. We try to branch out a little bit and do like videos and stuff like that, little skits. We had to fall back because it was a little complicated. Like we I wouldn't say mastered. We've gotten the hang of the book publishing portion, but we're trying to delve into like the media, the expanding the vision, and that's really challenging. We're gonna get through that. We're gonna work on I wouldn't say perfecting it, but getting better at presenting more skits and things like that. But definitely go to our website, www.altamirabooks, ALTMIRA and order our books for your children, for your cousins, your grandparents, cousins, whoever. Please order some, send it out to send it to them for a Christmas gift. Just refer it, tell them about it. Like, look what these young ladies are doing, writing books about things that they wanted to see, and they're trying to make a change in the way literature is to young people and just make it more diverse. If you look at statistics, there's only like less than 10% of the books that are published have African American children and Latino children, all the minorities. So we just want more more of that being shown. be sure to include a variety of people within our text, and we also make sure that the lead characters are African American, so that more children of color can see themselves in literature. Mhm.
Absolutely. Well, we will have this live will be on our Instagram live and our IGTV and our YouTube channel. So you all will be able to hear more about this conversation, follow up, and it'll be there for you to find. We will post this on our story so you can continue to follow this conversation for the next 24 hours. But
Yeah.
we encourage you all to go to their website, purchase a book for a child, a gift for, you can donate it to someone.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
You can
And just
donate.
put it out there. We don't mind. Even if you have to stick it at a coffee table in a restaurant and a little kid runs up to gravitates towards and says, "What's this?" It's fine. We're just trying to get the word out.
Just trying to get the word out. Your sister wants to say something. Do you want to get on the live, or when we get off?
Oh, Alicia, you're talking about my twin?
Yeah, she said she made a comment.
Okay, so what do I have to do? Just log off the live and then she.
Yeah, well, not
come
yet.
up-
No, not yet. I
Okay.
just wanted to know what she wanted to do because I would have to save this and
Okay.
post it, but I can't post the other one, so we won't lose the conversation. Because
Oh.
Instagram with the updates, we've been losing lives, like
Oh no.
gone, poof, just like that. So it's, I just want to. So I'll come back on to talk to her after the conversation. We'll close out. But ladies, thank you all for joining us this evening. We look forward to supporting your work, and we look forward to seeing the great things you all going to do. Please support them and purchase the books, not only for someone now, but for a school, for a large project. Okay. And
Yes.
again, thank you for joining us this evening. Everyone have a great evening and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.